Hello friends, in this video we will discuss about a novel Tom Jones by Henry Fielding. In this video we will discuss about the author, means we will discuss about the Henry Fielding. We will discuss the Licensing Act in 1737 which is influenced the English literature as well as Henry Fielding's career also. And we will also see the plot summary of the novel Tom Jones, a Foundling Boy. So let's start today's video. Henry Fielding was born in 22nd of April 1707. Henry Fielding is considered the first novelist who has written the novels with all novelistic features. He was born in a suburb of England. When he was a child, his mother was died. His grandmother wanted his possession because his father was a reckless man. He was raised by his grandmother. For further education, he went to Warwickshire. There, he needed money. He was helped by Ralph Allen. This Ralph Allen is portrayed as a Squire Allworthy in the novel Tom Jones. Henry Fielding became a judge and he wrote in a Tory journal. But he was a supporter of a Whig. We know there are two parties, Tory and Whig. Okay, as he was a judge, the problem and faults of society did not escape from his eyes. That is the reason his writing have a satirical vein. He wrote in the journal The Craftsman. He wrote some plays. He started his literary career as a dramatist. He wrote some important plays like The Author's Farce, Tom Thumb, Rape Upon Rape, and The Tragedy of Tragedies. And he also wrote a plays which is criticizing the English society and English government. In most of his play, he has vehemently satirized Robert Walpole. Robert Walpole was the Prime Minister of the Britain or Prime Minister of the England. After the Licensing Act, he turned to be as a novelist. His first novel was Shamela. After the Licensing Act, Henry Fielding gave up writing plays. He never wrote a plays after the Licensing Act, and he wrote novels. He wrote a parody. He wrote a parody on Pamela and Joseph Andrews. Actually, Joseph Andrews as the comic epic poem in prose. Joseph Andrews, Tom Jones, and Amelia. These are the important novels by Henry Fielding. Now we will discussing about the Licensing Act. Licensing Act is a very important event. Means it is a very important act which influenced the English literature, and we can say it is also influenced the Henry Fielding's career also. In 1737, the Britain government launched a Licensing Act, and it was an act passed to ask the playwrights to seek a permission before stage performance. This is called the Licensing Act. Actually, we can say that it is a gave the Lord Chamberlain extensive power to censor all plays and to uphold the monopoly of the two patent theatres in London. Actually, Henry Fielding wrote some plays which is criticizes the Robert Walpole or criticizes the British government or British society. And after the Licensing Act, he turned as a novelist. And Tom Jones is one of the important novels in his career. Okay, so we will discuss about the novel. Actually, the full title of the novel is The History of a Tom Jones, a Foundling. And the genre of the novel is it is a Bildungus Roman novel and picaresque novel. In my upcoming videos, I will discuss about the Bildungus Roman novel and picaresque novel. Okay, this novel was published in 22nd of February 1749 and it is published in London. And the publisher of the novel is Andrew Miller. Place and publisher, these are also important for the net and set point of view, because recently the set exam was conducted by the Maharashtra set or Pune University. In that paper there is one question where there is a question about a place. They are asking about the place where the novel was published. Okay, so the publishing place means where the novel was published, that is also important for the net and set examination. And S.T. Coleridge said about this novel is, it has one of the three most perfect plots ever planned, alongside Oedipus Rex by Sophocles, The Alchemist by Ben Jonson, and the third was Tom Jones by Henry Fielding. So let's start the so we will discuss about the characters in this play. There are the some important characters like Tom Jones, Squire Allworthy, Bridget Allworthy, Janie Jones, Mr. Blyfield. We will discuss it through our summary or through our story of a novel. Actually, the plot of the novel is like that. Squire Allworthy was a rich man. Squire Allworthy was a rich man living at Somersetshire. There were many servants in his house. One morning, after returning home, he finds a crying baby on the stairs of his house. He inquires as to who is the mother of the child, but nobody comes forward to accept the boy or accept the baby. But during that time, there is a rumored. It is a rumor that Jenny Jones was the mother of the child, since she has an affair with Patrick. This information vexes Allworthy, and he banishes Jenny Jones from his house. Actually, Jenny Jones was one of the servants in Squire Allworthy's house. Patrick also leaves the house after the Jenny Jones. Actually, Jenny Jones and Patrick, these are the both work at Squire Allworthy's house as a servant. In spite of strong opposition, Squire Allworthy adopted the child and gives him a name, Tom Jones. Tom, which is the name which is given by the Squire Allworthy, and Jones, because there is a rumor that he was a son of a Jenny Jones. That's why they give the name of a Jones. Okay, Bridget Allworthy. Bridget Allworthy was a sister of Squire Allworthy. She stayed with his brother. She gets married with Mr. Blyfield. A son was born to them. Means Bridget Allworthy gave birth to a child, a boy child, whose name is Blyfield. Mr. Blyfield does not want Tom to inherit the property of Squire Allworthy. He blemishes Tom's name. He always blames Tom's name. Why? Because he doesn't want that he doesn't want that Tom will be the inherent of a property. Square and Thockham. Square and Thockham. These don't like the Tom, because Tom was wild and B did not listen to anyone. Actually, these two are the teachers, which is appointed by Squire Allworthy for Tom and Blyfield. Tom, Tom steals apple. Tom steals apple from his house to give it to the Black George. Actually, Black George is one of the servant of Squire Allworthy's house, and uh, Black George was a very good friend of Tom Jones. After this incident, there is a gap for 12 years. There is a gap of 12 years in the narration. After the 12 years, the Henry Fielding narrated the story like Black George is a good friend of Tom, and Molly was the daughter of Black George. Tom has an affair with a Molly. Tom regularly drops at Squire Weston's house. Actually, Squire Weston was a friend of Squire Allworthy, who has found a good opinion. Means Squire Weston found a good opinion with Tom. Sophia Weston was attracted towards the Tom. Sophia Weston was a daughter of a Squire Weston. She attracted towards Tom, but one day it is revealed that Molly was pregnant. It was revealed that Molly is pregnant. Squire Allworthy is about banish Black George family. When Tom comes to rescue by declaring that the father of the child, he himself declared that he was the father of the Molly's child, and Blyfield has successfully spoiled Squire Allworthy's mind against Tom. Bridget and Squire Allworthy fall ill after some time. Tom takes the proper care of Allworthy, who recovers from his illness, but unfortunately, Brigadier Allworthy dies in that illness. After the recover from the illness, Squire Squire informs Allworthy, means Squire Weston informs Squire Allworthy about Tom's good acts because he has a good opinion about the Tom Jones. But one day, Tom comes to know that Molly was having an affair with another man who has made her pregnant. So he feels relief. Squire Allworthy on Blifil instigation Blifil's instigation banishes Tom, and Tom went to the Bristol. There, in the Bristol, Tom meets Patridge. Now, who is the Patridge? Patridge was the servant in the Squire Allworthy's house and who has an affair with Jenny Jones. Okay, so he meets the Patridge and Mrs. Water and Mrs. Water. Sophia's aunt Sophia's aunt wants that Sophia get married to the Blifil. But Sophia opposes the match and she leaves the house with Harriet and goes to the Bristol. Harriet was a Sophia's servant. There she come to know about Tom's affair. She visits his room and leave her muffler to indicate her love for Tom. She leaves for London. Sophia and Harriet are followed by Squire Weston and Harriet's husband Fitzpatrick. Means Squire Weston and Harriet's husband Fitzpatrick followed to Sophia and Harriet. Tom come to know about Sophia loves him and he leaves for London to meet her with Patridge. Patridge and Tom now become a good friend. In London, Sophia stayed with Lady Bellaston and Tom stayed with Mrs. Miller. Tom is challenged by Fitzpatrick. Means at one bar they meet to each other and Fitzpatrick challenge to Tom because Fitzpatrick thought that Tom was the lover of his wife. To define himself, Tom retaliates with sword, rendering Fitzpatrick seriously injured. Tom was landed in the prison. Tom is also informs that Mrs. Water is Jenny Jones. The name actually Jenny Jones changed the name. She is appeared as a Mrs. Water. But Jenny James appeared to reveal that Tom was not her son. Actually, she know who is the mother of the Tom Jones, but she never revealed in the beginning of the novel. But at the ending of the novel, she revealed those things, and she revealed that Tom was the son of a Brigadier Allworthy. It means he was a legal heir of a Squire Allworthy's property. Now, at the end of the novel, Sophia Weston get married to Tom and they lived happily ever after. So, this is a short summary of the novel Tom Jones of Foundling. In upcoming videos, we will discuss the critical analysis. We will do the critical analysis of the novel Tom Jones. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.